Guys, I said I was going to do it, and so I'm doing it. It's a Fanimation Islander motor with Casablanca Four Seasons brackets with the short blades, the 17-inch blades, making it a 38-inch fan. And in this case, it's 5 blades. So technically, it's Nassau blades in brackets. The Nassau is the 5-blade Four Seasons. I'm realizing now, seeing this, that there's really not a whole lot of variation between these blade brackets and the actual Islander brackets. The Islander brackets are almost stub brackets. They're pretty short arms. And this design is definitely too traditional, but they could do a stub arm version of the Islander bracket with just regular wood blades, and I think that would be an incredibly classy fan. If I had a set of short badge style blades, I might just drill them to fit an Islander bracket myself just to try it, because I think that would be really cool. But we're going to play with this a little bit. Here's the pull chain. High, medium, low. The amp meter was on. I guess it just died because I left it off for too long. It was confused there for a second. 0.24, that seems to make sense. A little bit fast for my tastes. Off, high, medium. 0.48. Low, off, high. 0.66. And nice little airflow there. It's a smaller fan, so not expecting it to do the same as the larger fan, but who knows? It's going faster. It's not giving me much of anything back here. A little bit, maybe. I can, like I say with other fans, I can tell if there's air moving, but I can't feel a specific breeze. Okay, let's spin that down. Medium, low, off. It's a Fasco canopy on there, by the way. I just looked for an antique brass canopy that kind of fit the design so that I wasn't hanging at Sans canopy. And I like the Fasco canopy. It was either that or the Newtone vaulted ceiling kit canopy, which would have been a different look. I think this kind of fits better with the overall lines of the Islander. Okay, I didn't realize I was whistling Uptown Funk, which is just basically some new version of Morris Day in the Time. Like, it's not even hardly a new song, it's an old song that's been made into a new song. But since I like Morris Day in the Time, I like it. Oh, long spin down now. I didn't have this long of a spin down yesterday. I did treat the bearings, so maybe they just needed a little time to work in, or I don't know what would cause it to have a longer spin down now. With the shorter blades, less resistance, but it's also less momentum. So if we called the other one, the 4-blade version, the what do we call it, the Casamation Four Islands, or something like that, we could call this the Casamation Nassau Island, or the 5 Islands. Okay, reverse. High, medium, low. 0.23. .48. It's pretty fast. Reverse, high, 0.6. Oh, it's dropping. Wow, it's dropping rapidly. Okay. Off with the control. Back to forward. I seem to recall the 4-speed control doesn't give us a wide range different than the factory speed, so we'll give it a shot. I don't remember for sure, and it is different blades. I tried to do something fancy there, but it probably looked like garbage. I think, like I was saying earlier, I think 5 of these brackets make it a little bit too traditional for the Islander housing. I think it needs a more transitional bracket if you're going to do 5. 4, you could almost get away with these brackets. But 5, you need something a little more streamlined. The Islander housing is very streamlined. The old Canopy almost is kind of out of place on it. The new Canopy makes a lot of sense. It fits with it perfectly. Old Canopy is kind of ornate compared to the rest of the fan, so that's interesting. Okay, 4-speed. Let's take it to low. 0.24, so that's really about the same. Okay, medium low, 0.43, medium high, 0.55, high, 0.68, dropping down to 0.63, 0.62, 0.61. Okay, let's position the camera. How's that? Let's try the, I don't remember if I did this the other time or not. Let's try the 4, 7, 11 control. I was going to say 4, 5, 6. That wouldn't make any sense. I'm actually going to strike this Fasco 4-speed control because it doesn't really give that great of a range. And the only other thing I'm testing tonight is this with 4 blades. As I often do, I will swap it out to be a 4-blade fan. Later in the video, or if you're watching the segmented version in a different video, I do split them up sometimes. Let's see if I got enough time to strike this extension cord. I'm going to use strike for everything now so that everybody who watches fan videos on YouTube will know what it means. Okay. That stuff's neatly put away. Okay. The 4, 7, 11 control. Let's try the 4. It's drawing 0.18. Stay still, you think. That's definitely a lot more in spec. Is what I would like. 7.32. Yeah, this is a fairly better range. That's a good medium low. 11.45. Yeah, this is a perfect range for this. And high, we know what high looks like. Off. I will leave this control out because we'll try that one before. Yeah, Uptown Funk is like a cross between Morris Day and the Times, The Bird, or I guess you could also do Jungle Love, crossed with Prince's Let's Work. And Prince wrote all the music for Morris Day and the Time anyway, so it's all pretty much the same thing. Plug the control in. Is this going as a low speed? Almost looks like it is. No, it's not. It's doing 0.05. .06. 0.07. 0.07 is moving just a hair. Let's see if that stalls or if that's going to keep going. Okay, I want to try an experiment real quick. It's still drawing 0.07. It's stalled out. I'm going to unplug it from the circuit that it's normally on, which is the lighting circuit. I'm going to plug it into the outlet circuit. And now it's not drawing anything. But if I turn this space heater off... Nope, still not drawing anything. Is that outlet not working anymore? No. .07, okay. I wasn't even looking at the fan, I should have been. .05, .06, .07. So, but watch what happens when I turn the space heater on. Now it's drawing .04 and it stopped. So that's all I was checking. I wanted to see. Plugging it back into the proper testing circuit, which does not have a heavy load like the space heater on it. We're back to .07. These are beautiful walnut blades. I personally prefer pointed tip, but in this case, the rounded tip fits the aesthetic better. So at .08. Okay, I'm going to go a quarter turn, takes us to 0.19, excuse me, eighth of a turn. Another eighth takes us to 0.33, another eighth takes us to 0.43, another eighth takes us to 0.56, high, which is 0.59, solid state control. And off. Now what's going to be interesting here is once again I'm caught in a predicament where I have to try to swap the blades without the ladder, because the ladder is also my camera stand. Maybe I can use that orange crate. Milk crate, or whatever those crates are. It's the color orange, so let's call it an orange crate. I have no idea how orange is. So we're just going to go with that. Okay, medium, low, off, control set to high, control plugged in, crate under fan, screwdriver here, oh, it's 46 degrees up here. It's 32 when I started, so this is an improvement, but still, it's bearable when it's over 50. Now, you may remember some of my videos from the summertime when it was 120 and whatnot up here. And, you know, I think I might need to develop a way to, I guess I'll just have to unplug and plug in the gable fan, because the gable fan definitely has to be off of the videos. That thing is loud. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to those few days when it's just perfect. Okay, let's see here. Which of these blades I marked? Which of these blades is not like the others? One of these things just doesn't belong. You can tell which thing is not like the others by the time I finish my... Nobody out here knows about that Sesame Street. That's the, that was my show. And we had a discussion on the Facebook group about fans on Sesame Street. There was an old Hunter, like an R52 or something, you know, an original before it was called the original, over Big Bird's nest. And, there's a few other ones, but other than that, we couldn't remember what they were. The Big Bird's fan was pretty memorable. A lot of people remembered that one, as did I. I will say this much, things definitely go quicker when Andy's here with me. It's definitely helpful to have another person around who knows fans. It's even helpful to have another person around who doesn't know fans. Just, you know, you don't have to know fans to do things like hand me that or whatever. But definitely having somebody else around who can assemble a fan and knows one fan from the other makes it much easier. Anyone is welcome to visit unless you owe me fans or money, in which case you have to bring them with when you come. I'm getting to be an expert at switching from 5 to 4. It's an art that will surely bring me fame and fortune. Think if I left it like that, anybody would notice? Okay, let's give it a shot. High, medium, low. Oh yeah, with those brackets, 4 is better. Low's giving us the old 0.23. Medium 0.48. It's a fast medium. It's high on a lot of fans right there. Actual high is 0.6 on the nose. Thank you very much. There will be no encore. So if you're not somebody that I've been talking to about it, but you've noticed, definitely comment on all the various lighting changes that are happening. It's still a work in progress, and by the end of this week, well, I got to work this weekend quite a bit, so maybe not by the end of this week, but definitely by the beginning of next week, you'll see more differences still. Okay. I'm tired because I can't even remember what we did last. I think we did just a regular 3 speeds with the pull chain, so now we'll do that in reverse. Still positioned on the fan, yep. Sorry, I must have missed the pull one time. Low. 0.23. Medium, 0.48. High, reverse. .60, and I'm feeling quite the breeze from that in high reverse, which is a little surprising. You don't always get that. Off, back to forward. Quick spin down time there. What happened? Control must have... Okay, well, let's start that over. The control apparently, when I set the control down, apparently it went down with enough force to move it from off to high, which I didn't think was feasible, because it takes quite a lot of force for it, but apparently that's what happened. That's what happens when you record videos and you're tired and it's been a long day. We've already seen all the spinning down, so... Low. I have to be more careful how I set the control down. Medium low. I forgot to give you the current rating for low. 0.18. Medium low. 0.32. medium high, 0.45, 0.44 now actually, and high. Starts at 0.65, it drops down to 0.60. Trying to get the control to stay so I can walk away. I forgot to go and walk over here. Well, I didn't forget, I just said I was going to wait till this time and walk over here to my spot. It might be my imagination, or there might be a hair more airflow with 4 blades. I can't tell you which it is. Probably put it down to imagination, but I don't know for sure. Okay, I can now strike that control. And last but not least, the infinitely variable solid state control of science. Got it at 0.06, which is right before it started with the last one, so we'll see. It, when I wasn't looking, moved up to 0.07, so maybe it is going to keep going. 0.07 was where it started. Maybe it got inspired. Well, one more way to find out. Drop it down. See if it stops. Now we're at 0.05. Could it possibly still be going? 0.05 is the very lowest the control will go. Okay, well I'm going to unplug it and see if it stops. Yep, that was actually going at the lowest control setting, but I bet you it can't start from there. No. Inching it up, the control's doing what it does where it gets funny, so I have to inch it back down. That's 0.06, 0.07, 0.07 there. Okay, 0.07. Eighth of a turn takes us to 0.19. Eighth of a turn takes us to 0.32. Eighth of a turn takes us to 0.43. I hear a little buzz from it this time. I haven't the previous times. I wonder why. Eighth of a turn takes us to 0.53. Final light takes us to high. High with the solid state control is 0.57. And off. And while it's spinning down, I can now strike solid state control. If you missed it, Andy and I did a video where we explained the term strike, its meaning and origins. It's a theater term that means pack up your stuff. And you have to do it like if you're with a show, especially if it's a traveling show, which I actually used to work with a traveling theater group. A couple of them. One I did music and one I did lights. And you travel to a different city, put up your lights, put up your set, put up your sound, put up your costume racks and everything you need to do the show. Do the show, you gotta tear everything back down and put it back in the vans. It's a tremendous amount of work for a grand total of no money, pretty much. But there are people that really love theater. And people are called fools. Not to be confused with musicians that do exactly the same thing. Yep, everything up here is packed up except for the fan itself. We'll be seeing this fan again soon. I won't tell you why, but just let you know. Okay, thanks for watching.